Okay, so the time has come for a deep dive on the Platinum card from American Express. As you can see here, NerdWallet, my most trusted credit card website, gives it a 5-star rating, but we're going to be looking at it from my perspective. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on it. I do have the card. Actually, as shown in my credit card setup video, I talk about how this is my workhorse credit card that I use for 90% of my purchases. So we're going to be looking through it. I made my gold video. You guys liked that video a lot on the AMEX Gold. Now we're going to be talking about the Platinum card, doing a deep dive. So this card, first thing to note is that it has a $700 annual fee. So that's about as high as you're going to see with any credit card. I did a video on the new Sapphire business card that has like a $795 or something like that. But this is one of the highest annual fees that you will see. So giant annual fee, but we're going to look through what you get with it. So going to the AMEX Platinum page on the amex.com website, the current member offer is 80,000 points after you spend 8,000 in purchases within 6 months of card membership. So I think they raised that up from what it was. I think I don't know, that looks kind of wrong to me. It looks like they might have increased the dollar amount in the first 6 months, but I'm not sure. But definitely I know I've seen 100k with the AMEX Platinum, so that's definitely gone down at least. But nonetheless, you're gonna get outsized return in that first year. As with any credit card, you're always gonna get outsized return in that first year, and this is no different. That's about 800 at least value, 700-800 if you cash out, so more than the annual fee, but it's always gonna be like that in the first year. So going to the benefits, so NerdWallet has the pros as bonus categories, transfer partners, luxury perks, lounge membership, and automatic elite status. I can agree with those. The cons is has an annual fee, complicated rewards, and requires good to excellent credit. I don't think it requires good to excellent credit, but in terms of complicated rewards, I definitely agree with that. So this card is known for being a coupon card, or whatever they call it, coupon book, and it kind of lives up to that name. This card has a bunch of credits. So when we look through right here, these are going to be some of them. So like I said, I have this card, so I know all about this. I use some of them, don't use some of them. So starting off, $200 a year for airline incidental credit, or $2 a year for airline incidental fees. So this is not $200 a year for flights. It's incidentals. So check bag fees or in-flight refreshments. Also, you can use these, though it doesn't say it here, but you can use it on lounges as well, which is cool. So it's not airfare, which I think it would be more appropriate for a card of this caliber, but it's not terrible either. It could be worse. And check bag fees and lounge access, pretty good. And you can change the airline once a year. You have to set an airline that it is enrolled into. $200 a year for select hotel bookings, but again, it's not a broad benefit. It's not any hotels. It's only when booked through AMEX's hotel collection or fine hotel and resort properties. So this was something that I did not realize when I first got this card, and then I realized and man, that hotel benefit with the AMEX Platinum is very weird, because a lot of those hotels are way more than, $200 a night. So it's kind of like weird to use that benefit, because it's like $200. Again, if it was a general hotel credit, that'd be very flexible, but with this, in this case, it's kind of limited. I know like Vegas and LA are two of the best places to use them to get the best value. Other than that, you don't see. I know New York, maybe. I've seen some good options in New York, but it's very limited. There's not like, it's not as flexible. Again, you would think a card of this caliber would have, a broad, more powerful hotel benefit, but it doesn't. $200 a year for Uber, $15 monthly installments, and $35 in December. Again, pretty good. I always have a gripe that they don't give the $200 up front, but nonetheless, that's okay. I get good value from that benefit, actually. Then we got the $300 a year for Equinox gym memberships. This is kind of controversial one. Equinox is, I'm pretty sure that's way more than $300 a year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's only gonna apply to a niche group. But obviously, this is a luxury card targeting people, made for people that would go to Equinox. So, it's gonna be very hit or miss. That credit is very hit or miss. $100 a year at Saks Fifth Avenue, $50 each half, so January to June, and then another $50 through July, or from July through December. Again, that this is one of those benefits, very, very coupon-y. It's kind of like, okay, obviously Saks and Amex, they have a relationship, but again, very coupon-y. It's kind of like, where's the hotel and the airline credits, or not credits, but credits and status and stuff like that, but instead you got a $100 a year Saks benefit. So money is money, but definitely one of the more coupon-y benefits. Then we got a fee credit for TSA PreCheck or global entry, which is pretty standard. $199 a year for Clear. That's good. I'm not gonna say that's standard. So some cars that don't have it, but for the luxury cars, that's more standard. And then we got $13 each month for Walmart Plus, so you basically get Walmart Plus for free. That'll be hit or miss depending on who you are. And then $240 a year for digital entertainment, so you get like Hulu. I think I got Hulu with no ads, which again, don't use much, but that it's free stuff. So obviously Priority Pass, Delta Sky Clubs, when flying Delta, Centurion Lounges, those are the whole Priority Pass thing. That's gonna be something we know and can expect already. So a lot of coupons. We didn't even get to Resi, very polarizing benefit Resi is. I don't personally care too much for Resi, but they promote the hell out of Resi. And then we got the multipliers, so 5x points on flights, 5x on prepaid hotels, 1x on other purchases. So that's pretty much it. So there's a lot of credits with this card. Again, somewhat of a coupon book, some people would say. To me, I think this card is very, like all credit cards. If you watch this channel, I will always say that credit cards are very lifestyle and preference dependent. One person's favorite amazing super beneficial card will be another person's completely useless card. Vice versa, one person's great card for this will be the opposite for another. Credit cards are very lifestyle and preference dependent, and this card is probably maybe at the top of the list. Most personifies that quote. Like, this is super lifestyle and preference dependent. Depends how much you make, stuff you like to do. I think the biggest thing would be how much you travel, because that priority pass, for example, the priority pass value, priority pass costs like the priority pass select that you get with the platinum is like nearly $500. It's like $400 something, and I believe the math on it is if like you use like 4 to 6 lounges a year, so maybe like 4 trips a year, going to a priority pass lounge like each time you go to the airport, that already makes up for like $500 nearly in value, and then obviously with other stuff as well. So that's a case where you'd get outsized value with this card. And then obviously, again, very lifestyle preference dependent. Like if you love Walmart, that Walmart Plus benefit is gonna come in handy. Obviously Resi, again, very polarizing, but there are people that use it. Equinox, again, same thing. So super polarizing. There's gonna be people, again, like I said, no card personifies what I said before about the dependency like this card. It would be people that really enjoy this card, get a bunch of value from it, and people that have absolutely no use for this card. So because of that, I don't want people to say that this card is trash. We can kind of say it is one of the best cards, but we can't call it trash either. People are going to go on either side of the fence. To me, I do think this is an elite card. I do think this is an upper tier card, probably like a 8 out of 10 at a minimum. Like I said, probably like an 8 out of 10 at a minimum. This card should be respected. We can't call it trash, because for people that do use this stuff and that travel often, this is going to be a great card. So that's my opinion on it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.